Hi, I wanted to say something briefly about Megan's post and her question about cancer as a disability. And I think it's a really good observation. I don't think it's what people normally what people think of in terms of disability, um, but there is definitely an identity around cancer, particularly now. I don't know if that's always been the case or when it became the case, but right now there's really an emphasis on survivors, and so there are magazines, and there's quite a few books and things that I'll put up a link for Crazy Sexy Cancer, um, but in part also with fundraising for cancer research. There seems to be a continued tradition on really enlisting women to raise money, and to be the main sort of force in cancer fundraising. Um, but I think also with breast cancer in particular, there's a lot of community building, where women continue to talk to each other well past their treatment, and they might be 5, 10 years out from having treatment. Now, I think that the way that medicine sort of behaves around cancer is that it's with you forever and ever and ever. Um, uh, Probably most of us have some family members who've had to have a bout with cancer or have had treatment for cancer. Um, but my mother-in-law had breast cancer, and every time she goes to the doctor, an entire team does her annual checkup, and they talk about their concerns, and it's all around her cancer, even though she's been almost 15 years away from it. So at least from the medical model, once you've had cancer, they're always concerned there's going to be a recurrence, and um, there's that it will no longer be in remission. And so I think that it's become a disability, where at other points in time it might not have been considered a disability. Um, I have many friends who are sort of resentful of this whole survivor piece because they might have lost someone to cancer. And I have a friend whose mother died of cervical cancer when he was 18. And Indianapolis is sort of a center for cancer research and treatment. And there's this giant survivor sculpture in the middle of the city. And when he passes it, he talks about how it makes him sick, or it makes him feel awful, because the implication is that she didn't fight hard enough, or she wasn't good enough, or something about her didn't allow her to survive cancer. So I do think that maybe not the time of dark victory, but now I think that there's definitely an identity linked to cancer and cancer survival, and that somehow if you've survived, you have a different perspective on the world, and that it forever sort of changes you as a person. Um, I'm hoping to talk about a lot of the gender stuff that's been brought up in my other posts. So I just wanted to answer that question.